Since it was introduced to the world in 2013, the HTC One M7 scored more than 37 international awards, including T3's Best Smartphone of the Year, 5-star ratings, and Best Smartphone 2013 at the Global Mobile Award. Its powers included a gorgeous sleek design, a metal unibody, an incredible sound experience, HTC's Sense, and a groundbreaking camera technology known as Ultra Pixels that ditched the megapixels race to focus on low-light performance. So HTC's job in 2014 wasn't really easy. They had to perfect what was already perfect, or almost perfect. With the One M8, HTC proved that the world's best smartphone can be even better. It's an exceptional evolution of the One M7, offering a better experience in almost every dimension. Let's start with the outside. The metal unibody is now thinner and covers 90% of the device. There's also 20% more curves for a more ergonomic fit, and the only plastic bit you'll find is on top to allow for the infrared blaster that acts as a remote control. Choose between two matte colors, or gunmetal gray with a stunning brushed metal effect, or a 24-karat gold-plated edition exclusive for the Middle East. It will look amazing in your private jet. The overall effect is a premium feel that goes above and beyond competitor models. This is, without a doubt, the best looking smartphone on the market right now. It isn't the lightest phone, but that weightiness makes it more reassuring to hold and exudes quality. It also makes competing models feel like plasticky toys. The M8 is noticeably taller than the M7. HTC relayed the Android buttons to the screen, so we wondered why it did not ditch the big black bar taking space underneath. We think it's because they needed the space to fit the powerful audio circuitry driving the boom sound speakers and the 2.5 volts headphone amp it rocks inside. HTC also thankfully added a microSD slot, so now you can have up to 128GB of onboard storage and 60GB free on Google Drive. The M7 had an amazing display, and the One M8 is no different. What we have here is a 5-inch Full HD Super LCD 3 screen. Brightness is really good, color representation is very accurate and pleasing, and of course viewing angles are excellent with IPS. Internal specs have been updated as well, although you may care more about the way the phone looks. But still, the shift to Snapdragon 801 means having the most powerful chipset available today. Every operation is buttery smooth on the One M8. The new chipset also helps a lot with battery life. This, in addition to the larger 2600 mAh battery, means that we have a new stamina champ in Android devices. It wasn't really hard to eke out 30 hours of medium use or more from this phone. So battery life is excellent, but there's more. HTC's new Extreme Power Saving mode makes the battery last even longer. You'll still receive calls, texts, and emails, but you'll have to refresh manually. You'll get 30 more hours of standby at 10% of power and 15 hours more at 5%. That's pretty convenient and can get you through the night if you're out and about in town with no charge and expecting an important phone call. Between the impressive specs and Android KitKat 4.4.2, this is one of the smoothest phones ever. Sense 6.0 is on board now, and it's HTC's custom Android skin. It heavily modifies the stock Android look, but we kinda like the new flat design. HTC also improved Blink Feed. It still takes some time to set up channels properly, but it's a good way to stay on top of your content in a jiffy and kill time on the bus. You can also theme it now, so it looks better with the rest of the phone. We reckon that most of the smartphone users do not know about third-party apps that aggregate news feeds and social updates, like Feedly or Hootsuite. And BlinkFeed is a good integrated way for them to follow news and their social stream without tinkering with apps. One awesome feature on the One M8 is the double tap to wake up gesture. It's very convenient and much better than reaching out for the power button on top, and we'd love to see it on every phone out there. There are several other motion gestures as well, such as swiping left to unlock straight to Blink Feed, or pressing the volume button in landscape mode to unlock straight to the cam. HTC introduced a new accessory, and that's the dot view case. It's a fully wraparound cover that displays notifications in an awesome retro dot matrix style when you double tap it. Don't even have to open the cover to check out the time, weather, or emails, or even who's calling you. You can even answer phone calls by swiping up or down. And speaking of calls, HTC Dialer is still amongst the best out there. Call quality is excellent, and the stock keyboard is surprisingly good. I did not run to install SwiftKey like on other Androids. Sonically speaking, the One M8 is the rock star of Android devices. Boom sound speakers are even better and clearer than before, and the 2.5 volt headphone amp can really drive those headphones loud. And no rockstar phone is complete without a great selfie cam. This one has a 5 megapixel front snapper and wide-angle lens. Unlike Bradley Cooper's, your selfie would fit everyone in. Round to the rear cam, you'll find two sensors. 4 megapixel ultra-pixel cam for photos and a depth sensor for cool applications. There is also a two-tone flash for better skin tones. HTC ditched the megapixels race again and embraced ultra-pixels to distinguish itself from competition. 4 ultra-pixels on the sensor are larger than regular pixels. Combine that with an f2.0 bright lens and you'll get excellent low-light photography. You'll get decent shots when other phones see nothing but black. And the camera is really fast. One of the shortcomings in the M7 was certain bright light results, and HTC did improve that in its successor. However, the tendency to overexpose and blow up highlights is still present in certain photos. Fortunately, the camera interface is rich with features and control possibilities, without being overly complicated. You can therefore use advanced modes like HDR or scenes or manual controls to overcome situations that might prove difficult for the camera to handle ideally by itself. But still, bright light photos might need some sharpening in post-processing. When it comes to the matters that matter the most in a smartphone cam, like very quick focus and shooting, and taking clear photos indoors or selfies on nights out, the M8 did leave me impressed. That's even before considering the truly unique feature of the M8's cam, which is the depth sensor. While in other phones, you can choose selective focus mode to simulate bokeh or blurry backgrounds, the M8 has that feature turned on all the time since it has a depth sensor. Snap a photo, click edit, and defocus any part of the picture you want. No other phone can compete with it in this regard, whether in speed or control. The depth sensor can also create cool pseudo 3D scenes out of 2D pics. This is a heck of a show-off feature. To sum up, and if you're not printing your photos on poster-sized prints every day, you will be mightily impressed by the M8's offering. So having spent almost 1 month with the M8, I can finally deliver my final verdict. I have to say that this is a brilliant phone with very few flaws, and it has the best looking design, period. If the HTC One M8 is not the phone of the year already, then I'm really keen to see what the competition can come up with to better it.